Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to talk about the 3 types of anime fans that I hate. Keep in mind that the word hate here is hyperbolic because I don't really hate those people, I just find them annoying most of the time. Anyway, the first type is the elitist fan. This type of fan usually has a set of rules or standard that you have to follow if you want to be called an anime fan. You have to have watched this many anime to be an anime fan, or you have to have a My Anime List account to be an anime fan, or you have to have watched this totally obscure anime from the 1940s that no one has ever heard of in order to be called an anime fan. They take a simple hobby of liking anime to a whole different level, and they believe that people have to be on that level if they want to be considered as anime fans. The funny thing is, some elitist fans out there usually complain when not enough people appreciate anime. But once more people start getting into anime, they begin complaining that those people are just a bunch of casuals and that they don't understand the true essence of liking anime. Hey, I see you have a Naruto keychain on your backpack. Yeah, I love Naruto. It's one of my favorite anime ever. What other anime you like aside from Naruto? Let's see. Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, and Fairy Tail. Oh, okay then. So, just mainstream anime. I see. Well, how about Cory in the Mansion? Cory in the what? Cory in the Mansion! You know, that anime from 1945 inspired by the World War II? Sorry, I haven't heard of it yet. Oh, you haven't? I thought you called yourself an anime fan. Well, yeah, but I haven't exactly been following anime for that long. Then how about The Return of Cory, the first OVA of the Cory series? You must have at least seen the OVA, right? No, I haven't heard of it either. Figures. Shouldn't have expected anything from a Naruto fan. Have you guys seen the Anime Award? I have! I'm so glad My Hero Academia won Anime of the Year award! Yeah, me too! Well, I for one think that The Attack of Cory should have won Anime of the Year award. No matter, we all know those polls are for weebs and casuals only. Real anime fans don't care about award shows like that. Oh my god, did you guys see Leonardo DiCaprio's latest tweet about liking Sailor Moon? I did! I can't believe Leo is also an anime fan! That's so cool! Oh please. Does he even have a My Anime List account? I don't think so, but he doesn't have to have a My Anime List account in order to be an anime fan. Yeah, I agree. Oh, do you even realize how foolish you sound right now? Why are we even having this conversation? I'm done with you weeps. Bye-bye. It's completely okay to be a hardcore anime fan because it's normal to be passionate about the things you like, but we have to remember that at the end of the day, it's just anime. There's no set of rules you have to follow in order to become an anime fan. If there's someone who only enjoys watching Dragon Ball or Naruto, then that someone is free to deem themselves as an anime fan. There's no need for us to get triggered and be all like, you only like mainstream anime, you're not a real anime fan. So to all uptight and judgmental elitist fans out there, please, go outside, get a life, realize that not everyone has the time to make a My Anime List account or watch 50 new anime series per year, because some of us have other priorities in life like jobs or school and other things aside from anime. Don't treat anime too seriously, it's really not that healthy. Number 2. Anime fans who cannot accept criticism or opinions that are different from theirs. I don't know why, but some people think that you don't have the right to express any sort of negative opinions towards an anime they like because they find it super offensive to have differing opinions. They believe that if you watch a certain anime, then you're not allowed to criticize it because then it means that you're a hater. Man, I used to love Fairy Tail a lot, but I think the series turned downhill ever since the time skip. Excuse me? Did I just hear you talking bad about Fairy Tail? Well, I'm just expressing my honest opinion here. The plot has become so redundant. Also, the main characters never lose to anyone. Take Erza for example. She's so overpowered and she doesn't have any weakness. Like in that one fight at the end for example. Even after all the bones in her bodies were broken, she still managed to defeat the enemy somehow. She's basically a Mary Sue at this point. Okay, first of all, Erza is queen and anyone who thinks otherwise should go drown in the Pacific Ocean. And secondly, don't ask for your opinion. If you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But I think I have the right to not like a series, just like you have the right to like it. Nope, you don't have the right. No one has the right to dislike the series that I like, especially Fairy Tail. The next time I hear you installing Fairy Tail again, I will cut off your tongue and feed it to my pet cat. So, if you want to keep your tongue intact, then I suggest you think before you say anything bad about Fairy Tail. Got it. You might think that I'm overreacting, but you have no idea how many angry comments I get from fairy tale fans whenever I criticize the series for the slightest bit, even for comedic purposes. And before anyone starts getting angry at me in the comments and calling me a hater, if you have been watching my videos for a while, then you should know that I'm a huge fan of fairy tale myself. It used to be one of my favorite anime series, but it honestly went downhill for me after the time skip. Still, I stuck with the series till the very end, and I was also super happy when I received my fairy tale manga and Happy figurine because I'm still a fan of fairy tale despite all the disappointments I have for the series. There are things I like about fairy tale, and there are also things that I dislike about it. We have to remember that people have the right to not like the things you like. If someone criticizes your favorite anime, it shouldn't take the enjoyment of liking that anime away from you. They have their opinions and you have your opinions. So if you ever find yourself getting offended or enraged that someone doesn't like the anime you like, take a deep breath, count to 10, and just silently agree to disagree. Finally, at number 3 are the sudden experts. This type is the most annoying one to me by far. Sudden experts are people who think that they are experts at something just because they watch an anime about that topic. For example, there are anime fans out there who think that they are classical music experts just because they watch the anime Your Lie in April. For those of you guys who don't know, Your Lie in April is basically an anime about a prodigy in classical piano named Arima Kosei. During the time when this anime first aired, so many comment sections of the classical piano videos on YouTube are bombarded with comments related to Your Lie in April. I don't really have a problem with comments referencing the anime. What I do have problems with are those comments who criticize the professional pianists in the video without any base at all and comparing them to the characters in the anime. She played this piece with no emotion, so robotic. Arima Kosei plays it better. When I read those comments, I was like, did they seriously just compare those classical pianists who have spent their whole life playing the piano with some animated characters? And did they base their criticism on some anime they watched a week ago and acted like classical music experts because of it? You guys might think that I'm getting triggered over nothing, but really, when you think about how you have spent years honing a certain skill, sacrificing other parts of your life to be really good at it, and then someone completely new to it walks over and acts as if they are way better than you and that they know way more than you do, I think it's normal to be annoyed by that. So the point to be taken is, just because you watch an anime about a certain topic doesn't mean you know all there is to know about said topic. Just because you watch Haikyuu doesn't mean you're a volleyball expert. Just because you watch Yuri on Ice doesn't mean you're ready to go on the ice skating Olympic. You might get some knowledge from watching anime, but it barely scratches the surface of it. So we shouldn't act like a know-it-all just because we learned something from an anime. I think that's enough ranting for today. Now I have a question for you guys. What type of anime fans do you find annoying? Leave your answers in the comments below because I'd love to read all about them. Oh, and by the way, you guys might notice that I didn't put weeaboos on my list. And that's because, to be honest, I don't really hate weeaboos. I know, such an unpopular opinion. And that's because I understand that weeaboos are usually kids or teenagers that are going through some cringe-worthy anime phase. Once they get older, they usually grow out of their phase as well. There are some adult weeaboos out there, but for the most part, they are usually kids or teens. So I merely see weeaboos as part of being young and foolish, which is completely normal. So that's all for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you for those of you who have subscribed to me. If you haven't, then be sure to click on my face below. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends if you enjoyed watching it. And don't forget to click on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you guys will get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'll see you guys in my next video then. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye! That was such a mouthful to say.